Hey everybody, it's PartyElite. Welcome back to our Age of Wonders 4 Let's Play featuring the God King Gurgle of the Growth. Things are really starting to heat up over here as Hot Toady has decided to encroach on our territory and lay claim to something that is rightfully ours. So there's some trouble over there, while at the same time we're trying to figure out exactly where Carissa the Red sent her troops from, for which purpose our God King has actually taken to sea to explore what's going on up there. And at the same time, Baba the Boar and this supplementary army are going to push past Neeson to hopefully see exactly where Acreon the Endless is situated as well. We have quite a few, let's call them threats for lack of a better word, coming in from quite a few different angles, so let's try and position ourselves such that we're able to get ahead of them and perhaps eliminate them before they cause us any trouble. But the first order of business over here is going to be to clear out some of these Marauder Guard armies. Up over here, these guys are actually standing on top of pastures that Thorn could very much take advantage of. Meanwhile, down over here, this tiny Marauder Guard army is actually keeping this mana node occupied, which is, not good for us, obviously. And separately, over here, this army is guarding this gold vein, which I would very much like to secure sooner rather than later. Our gold situation is looking all right, but it's getting kind of tighter and tighter, and as our armies grow, as that unit upkeep cost gets higher and higher, we're going to see slimming margins. So I want to keep an eye out for opportunities to secure additional gold veins, to secure additional gold mines, and just ensure the buffer here is secured. Separately, our mana situation is kind of getting tighter and tighter as well, especially because we use magic in combat so often, and the unit upkeep cost, as you can see, is causing a bit of a dent. So hopefully we'll be able to secure the Desecrated Temple pretty soon, because again, that does generate a fair bit of mana, and separately, of course, we'll secure this mana node to additionally generate some more mana for us as well. But let's go ahead and tackle the guard over here to secure the pastures for when Thorn eventually, decides to spread out to up here. And as I do that, folks, I just want to mention really quickly, if you've been enjoying this series, if you would like to see it to its conclusion, please don't hesitate to keep letting me know by leaving those likes and comments down below. I take a quick look at the number of likes and comments to get a quick read on exactly what people are enjoying on the channel. It has a direct impact on what you see more or less of, and I do actually read through each and every comment. So if you have any thoughts, opinions, creative writing you'd like to share, go ahead and drop it in the comments down below. It will get read and it will get taken to heart, and many times it does have a direct impact on how things proceed in a playthrough, because I really enjoy that kind of collaborative storytelling kind of stuff. Anyway, just want to mention really quickly, folks, if you've been enjoying the series, hit the like button, leave a comment down below, and if you haven't yet subscribed because you weren't sure if this series was here to stay, I can assure you it very much is, so go ahead and subscribe. Anyway, let's go ahead and dive into this battle. Let's get this party started and see if we can't secure these pastures. What do we have here? Seeds of Doubt. A tortured-looking nymph and her minions gape at your army. Wordless, the vacant beings shuffle towards you, their limbs and features wrapped in grasping vines. Leaves shudder, and bark creaks in silent supplication, but they make no otherwise hostile movements. Will you grant them mercy, or will you attack? So we could prune these shrubs and simply dive into battle while securing some additional evil alignment for ourselves. We could let them grow, which does nothing but shift us a bit towards good alignment, or we could discover how to carefully harvest their vines and allow them to leave afterwards. Spore Pit would lose 15 knowledge per turn for the next 6 turns, which is not insignificant, but we would also receive 284 food at Spore Pit, which means that our next population increase would take only 2 turns as opposed to the 6 it's currently meant to. Oh man. I was hoping to use this combat and, all the other combat opportunities to upgrade some of our troops, but this option actually feels like it makes the most sense for our faction. I consider it to be us studying this organism and adapting its, abilities, learning from its strengths and its weaknesses to modify our own, our own biology, if you will, so that we can grow better in this realm, right? Because clearly they've seen success. So maybe harvesting their vines and studying them is the way to go. Yeah, that feels kind of fitting, I think. And yeah, I'll take the extra food at Spore Pit. Let's go for it. It'll slow us down a bit in terms of our research, but I think that's fine. Let's go for it. Good stuff. So Spore Pit, in about 2 turns time, we'll be able to expand a bit further, though I think it'll be some time before we can actually reach the Crawler's Nest here, because we are yet to get Town Hall 3. But once we hit 10 population, which will be in 2 turns, we can go for that and maybe hold off on the expansion until after this has been built. We'll see. We'll see what the timings look like. But anyway, that's our job here done. These pastures have been freed up. Thorn, are you ready to expand? No, in about 4 turns time, we can maybe secure this so that we're growing a bit more quickly, right? We get the farm and we get the pastures. That means we'll be able to grow a bit more quickly, and then we can expand towards the gold and the research post up over here. Sure, but these guys are now able to move down south, try and eliminate you, right? Can we reach? Oh, not with both. Not with both. So let's go ahead and just move you into position right now, and let's go ahead and pull you as far down as you can go. And we'll dive in next turn. Separately though, up over here, we're going to attack these marauders. What are we looking at here? Anything interesting to deal with? Yeah, ethereal units and stuff. Sure. Let's see if we decide to dive into this safe battle and actually fight it, right? Do I want to? Actually, you know what? It's a battle at sea. So let's just auto-resolve this, see how it goes, and if it goes poorly, then we'll dive into it ourselves. Auto-resolve for the time being. Hopefully it'll be okay. Yeah, we're fine. And you know what? Gurgle has actually leveled up as well. Beautiful stuff. Close that. Thank you very much. Secured a bit of gold and production. Don't mind if I do. But let's also take a look at Gurgle over here and see what we want to do for the next skill. Always a bit of a... Always something I ponder over perhaps too much. That extra vigor is something I've been talking about for a while. Pack leader helps with other cavalry and animal units. That doesn't really necessarily make sense for Gurgle here. True sight isn't terrible. Strength training. All non-hero units in the army gain plus 10% damage. Again, something a bit more communal, if you will, as opposed to vigor, which is a lot more individualistic, perhaps. Inspiring leader. Also, not a bad pick. Reduced unit upkeep. I was just talking about a gold situation, right? Let's go with strength training, so we're causing more damage, sure. And we'll see what comes next. Confirm that. Close that. And I almost wonder if I shouldn't return to friendly territory just to heal up. Because if we do see where Carissa came from and I decide to declare war, then I want to make sure these guys are at full strength. You know what? Realistically speaking, I'm not going to declare a war until we have these armies in that general area as well, right? And chances are, if Acreon is actually in the fog of war here, that's probably going to be the first war I declare. I mean, let's take a look here. We have some war justification against Acreon. We have... Actually, it would be an unjust war if we declare a war against Hot Toady, and I think that's because he's not evil. His alignment is neutral, so we don't have that war justification that comes from someone being evil in this realm. Very well. Meanwhile, Carissa the Red, also unjust. So the only justified war we can declare right now is against Acreon the Endless, so hopefully we do find them over here and we can get to war sooner rather than later. Anyway, Thorn is done producing its workshop, so let's go ahead and work towards what? The vendor here, or do we want this town hall built? It has been boosted. It's somewhat expensive. I think I'd rather save the money for the town hall construction at Spore Pit, right? It'll get boosted soon, but I don't want to take any chances. Let's get the vendor set up here. 2 turns, start generating some extra gold. Probably the right call. Probably the right call. Let's go for it. And we don't need additional units, not right now. Not just quite yet. Summon Wild Animal is available to us now. I wonder if I should cast it just so I can, you know, prepare it again. And it's been pointed out to me that I should perhaps get Poison Arrows cast because it will impact everybody. So, why not? Why not? Yes, go for the enchantment. Reduces some of the physical damage output, but it boosts the poison damage, right? So very fitting for our faction, very fitting for our overall flavor. So I think it's the right call. Let's go ahead and hit the end turn button, see what the AI gets up to, and hope for the best. Don't think they're going to do anything too wild. And you know what? I just realized I made a bit of a mistake there. I made this mistake because I had a thought at the end of the previous episode, and between recording that episode and this episode, this thought slipped my mind. But it's okay. It's not the end of the world. It has to do with the new free city that we just came across, if I can find them again. If you'll recall, we came across Slam Pit last session, and I wasn't able to give them a Whispering Stone because currently we're trying to make Neeson our vassals. But if we take a look at the Empire development screen, you'll see that we are able to use Diplomatic Focus to gain that extra Whispering Stone, and I think it's a worthwhile investment because then what we can do is give that Whispering Stone now to the the rats of Slam Pit, the raging rodents, I should say, of Slam Pit, improve our relations there, get another vassal, eventually integrate them. Again, just as a reminder, my plan here is to go for the expansion victory. And in order to do that, we have to occupy 123 provinces, but that includes provinces that belong to free cities with bonded vassalage. So that's the angle there. Now, there's more to do after that occupation has been attained. There was a better word I was looking for there. But anyway, there's more to do afterwards, but that's the first goal here. So hence all the desired vassals. Anyway, let's take a look at our scout over here, who's going to push down to this pile of gold before exploring the underground up over there. Let's take a look at our Wayfinder enchantment, which, I mean, I guess I could get this applied onto my scout so he's moving a bit more quickly, especially as he goes underground. But let's go ahead and pick a new research first. Ooh, Mark as Prey is pretty good. The targeted enemy becomes distracted, means all attacks against them count as flanking attacks. And apart from that, that target also suffers from 3 stacks of Sundered Defense, which can be quite huge. Poison Blades is nice as well, of course, and Call of the Wild summons... oh no, sorry, this gives all friendly animals and cavalries +2 bolstered defense and +1 strengthened. Not bad, especially if you look at Baba the Boar's army. Sorry, Call of the Wild for some reason got into my mind as the summon animal spell. You know what? Let's go with Poison Blades. We just enacted the Poison Arrows, so Poison Blades, I think, kind of fits from a narrative perspective. Separately, Tranquility Pool has been acquired. Let's take a look at what that does for us. Researching spells cost 10% less knowledge, and we got this because of Fangvale's expansions. They've pushed up to here. They actually secured this Tranquility Pool over here. Yeah, I'm glad I secured this research post last session, because I wouldn't be surprised if they would keep going up in that direction, because it does seem as though they are hunting research posts wherever they can and however they can. The occasional mine, quarry, and farm, but otherwise it's all research posts all day, every day. All right, good stuff. I'm glad we kind of blocked them up there. Buddy, you keep moving. I guess that's as far as you can go without diving onto that research post. That's fine. We received a trade proposal. What do we have here? What do we have here? Ooh, Carissa the Red would like a wizard's bond. Now that's interesting. So this is the gateway to all other kinds of deals. For example, the defensive pact, which could eventually lead to an alliance. Do I want to ally with anybody? That doesn't really line up with my initial narrative of wanting to consume or destroy everything. Either we subjugate everything or we eliminate it. So having a wizard's bond and making alliances doesn't really sound right. While we could still win with an alliance, I don't think that's our angle. I don't think that's our angle. I would much rather go to war with them and subjugate them and make them our vassals if we aren't able to eliminate them. So, you know what? I think I'm going to decline this offer for a wizard's bond. Yeah, absolutely. I think that's more in keeping with our original angle. And separately, another ruler was denounced. Oh, you won't tell me who? Very well. Orders required. Let's get some movement going on over here. Pull down to the Marauder Guard here. It's a safe battle, so I assume we're going to auto-resolve this one. Yeah, we're definitely auto-resolving this. Nice and easy. There's our victory. Good leveling up. A little bit of damage taken there. A little bit of damage taken there, but we'll be okay. Let's pull you back into friendly territory so you can replenish. And we'll take care of these Marauder Guard as well. Oh, you know what? Let's actually send you down here to just get the job done. Because then what'll happen is this army will be very... How did you... They were just the one unit, right? And now they've expanded into a full army. Okay, let's retreat. Let's fall back. We'll stay put. These guys will come through. We'll eliminate them properly, and this will give us an opportunity to heal up, and it'll free up the mana node so we can start generating a bit more mana, because this is getting worse and worse over time. That's not very hot, actually. That's not very good at all. But once we do that, we can go ahead and move in this general direction. The Lucid Forest over here generates mana as well per conduit in the city domain. That's not something we're going to have much of for Thorn. Because the same places where we could establish conduits, we would be able to establish research posts, and I'm, really wanting to chase after the Desecrated Temple as opposed to the Lucid Forest, though it might take us some time to get up here because it's a harder ancient wonder to tackle. Something to think about. I'm gonna think about is up over here. We're going to keep exploring. I see some land up there, so let's move in that general direction, I suppose. See what's going on. Ember Keep, and what is that? Army of Hot Toady. What are you rocking here, buddy? Anvil Guard, Bastion, and Hot Toady himself. Without too much of a guard marching with him, or swimming with him, I guess. Ember Keep, what are you? Bronze Ancient Wonder. When annexed, it provides a decent bit of knowledge, +5 fortification health per quarry in city domain. Ooh, that's not bad. Can be set as a unit deployment location, also not bad. Adds the Brewer Ogre and Butcher Ogre units to the Rally of Lieges. Alright, fair enough. It looks like Hot Toady has a distant claim on this province. So, I mean, I guess that's as a result of their establishment of an outpost or whatever down over here, I'm guessing. Anyway, the ruins of a massive stronghold dating back to an age when the first civilizations made a stand against rampant, gargantuan monsters in magical storms. Although battered, its weathered walls still offer a degree of protection to those within, as well as those nearby during times of strife. Cool stuff. We'll see if we expand in that general direction. Maybe pop an outpost down somewhere over here, right? Might be worthwhile. We'll see what's available. If only to upset Hot Toady. We'll see. Oh, you're still able to move. Well, let's creep up this way still, and that looks like... Ooh, hello, Thunderwell. Is that... Well, yeah, that's your throne city. With a fortification of 55. Oh, it's so tempting. It is so tempting. But again, we cannot justify the war. And I'm not saying I want to justify every war I get into. We are a warmongering type, so it's not really all that important to us. But when we have a justified war available to us, I feel like I'd be a fool to take on all the penalties that an unjustified war would give us, right? But I'm glad I found their throne city, so there's that. We can go ahead and pull back and maybe actually go up over here and explore a little bit further. We'll see. We'll see. For the time being, you are done, my friend. Let's go ahead and end the turn there. See what the AI gets up to, and continue to improve our relations with a few different free cities. We'll keep an eye on Neeson as well, just to see what they're up to. Ooh, hello. I enjoy seeing how the world changes over time. But yes, let's turn our attention to Spore Pit real quick, because we are at now a pop of 10, and we have a slot available here, and I'm really tempted to chase after this. 4 turns, 280 gold. You see how much of a difference boosting construction actually makes? That's huge. That's huge. Let's go ahead and secure this. And at the same time, do I want to expand? It'll take 9 turns before we get the next pop. But it'll take 4 turns before we're able to get Crawler's Nest. So you know what? You know what? I think I'm gonna hold off. I'll just hold off. Sure. Not the end of the world. Plus, we have to keep an eye on stability here as well. We're actually at -10, and the more we expand our territory, the worse this will get. Now, at -10, we're actually seeing unstable, which is reducing our income across all of these resources. So what I need to do actually is, after we build this, I should perhaps focus on a tavern just to balance things out a little bit. Boosting it costs 2 farms, so you know what? We'll cross that bridge when we get there, but maybe I should actually acquire this farm and acquire the pastures as well, and use our soil tenders to help us grow faster. You know what? Now that I say it all out loud, I think that's the right call. Let's go ahead and build a farm up over here. What'll that do for us? From 9 turns down to 7 turns. Okay, I can wait 3 turns to expand up to Crawler's Nest. That'll be okay. And obviously, that's made us a bit more unstable, but not enough to enter the next level of instability. We have some wiggle room before that tavern becomes an urgent requirement, right? Anyway, down over here, let's go ahead and pick this up. Oh, of course, we're just a step too far away. I guess I should have got this enchantment going, but I don't want to waste the mana, actually. You know what? Hang tight. You're fine. You're moving quickly enough, buddy. You're moving quickly enough. Meanwhile, let's go ahead and push down to here and eliminate these guys. Safe battle. We can definitely auto-resolve this. They're just Marauder Guard. We don't have to overdo it here. Close that. Pick up some rewards as well. What do we have here? Ring of Protection. +1 resistance, +1 defense. Now, Baba, I'm pretty sure, already has a ring, right? The Ring of Flanking, which I'd like to hold on to. So, Gurgle, if we can make sure that I don't pull you out of there. Gurgle, where are you at? Let's get you using the Ring of Protection. Sure. And let's get the army moving I assume this is like a bay kind of a thing, but you know what? Let's not assume. Let's know for sure. Yeah, okay, fair enough. I'm glad to have confirmed. We could actually hop off over here and see what's going on with this landmass. It feels as though it's probably just connected over here. So, you know what, actually, I'm going to go ahead and pull back, and I'm going to go ahead and explore what's going on up over there instead. Cool. Down over here, meanwhile, we are able to move towards Neeson again. Let's pop you up to there. Let's go ahead and pull you over to here, not going all the way. I want to stay in our territory so we can heal up, just in case we do get into a full-fledged war. I want to make sure these guys are at full strength, obviously. Let's go ahead and confirm that. Thorn has produced the vendor. What do we do next here? Get the town hall going. What are we looking at? 2 turns for the next pop. The shrine has been boosted, increases our mana income. Not a terrible idea. Still thinking the stonemason is maybe a good idea, or there's the market as well. Both of them require 2 farms, but we don't have 2 farms in our reach, just the 1. So, no use waiting. Let's go after the stonemason then. Just to increase our production a little bit, help us build buildings a little bit more quickly. Yeah, I think that's the right call. Cool, let's do that. And just want to see the situation at Neeson. So 1 turn, we get the Pact of Loyalty. And then next turn, I want to make sure we boost Allegiance, so we're moving as quickly as possible over here. We are fighting or contesting with Hot Toady, but it doesn't look like they're making much progress here, so we're okay. Separately, I would like to take a look at our friends down here at Slam Pit. Active cooperation in 4 turns. Let's boost the allegiance here. It'll only cost 49 Imperium. That's not too bad. We're not racing with anybody, but let's nudge this along a little bit, shall we? Why not? Because then what I'd like to do is free up those Whispering Stones to hand one off to Fangvale to make sure we can push them all the way up to Supreme Vassalage or something, right? Anyway, I think we're good here. Let's go ahead and end the turn there. See what the AI gets up to. They get up to anything a little cheeky here, or are we still good? Looks like we're still good. Ooh, saving the meek. Guildmistress Gerika Rodblock of Neeson interrupts your negotiations. I can't pretend anymore. Why negotiate when I'll be dead tomorrow anyway? Gerika Rodblock's voice trembles. I'm certain that pretenders to my throne are stirring up my people against me. They spread lies about my incompetence as a ruler. And now, I'm certain of it, they intend to make their move by taking my life. Assassins are after me. Do you desire to strengthen the bonds between our houses? Then please, keep me safe. I could say guards from Spore Pit will keep you safe. Our draft at Spore Pit will be blocked for 3 turns, but we're not recruiting troops right now anyway, so that's perfectly fine. It would make our Pact of Vassalage a little bit easier to get to. We could say Baba the Boar will be the personal bodyguard, but no, Baba the Boar will continue to serve us. Assassins, your imagination is running wild, Guildmistress. You'll be fine. No, there's no need to ignore their concerns, right? Guards from Spore Pit will keep you safe, and this can be our sneaky way of keeping an eye on them ourselves, right? Because those guards would be loyal to the growth, and maybe it's an opportunity to spread our influence a bit further as well. So, guards from Spore Pit will keep you safe. I think it's the right call. We're not using draft at Spore Pit anyway, so why let it go to waste? Separately, looks like we have a new skill available. Ooh, and it looks like we've been denounced, actually. Let it be known that Hot Toady has crossed me. Hot Toady has insulted my empire. He is not to be trusted. No, we haven't been denounced. But Acreon has denounced Hot Toady. Very well. Fair enough. I don't care about your opinion, Acreon. Goodbye. But yes, what is this extra skill we've now reached? We can get expert sailors. Coast and river provinces grant even more food than before. Rivers count as roads for the purpose of movement for your units. Quite like that. And Rite of the Guardian Spirit immediately summons a spirit wolf with Guardian Spirit and Resurgence at your throne city. We don't need this very urgently right now, but it's good to know that if push comes to shove, I have access to this spirit wolf. Very well. It looks like that's all we've got here. All right, good stuff, good stuff. Negotiations succeeded. What do we have here? Pact of Loyalty with Neeson. Good news, proceed. 10 turns until a Pact of Vassalage. Let's boost their allegiance. 98 Imperium. I think it's worth it. We'll regain that in 2 turns' time. So let's go for it. Look at that. Halves the amount of time for the Pact of Vassalage. Definitely the right call there, I think. And separately, I thought I saw a friendship. A friendship was declared. By whom? Well, that's an interesting turn of events. I consider you my friend, God King Gurgle. Together, we shall prosper. Wow. Wow. So, you steal some of my territory right from underneath me, and then you call me your friend. Goodbye, Hot Toady. I keep flipping between calling him Hot Toddy and Hot Toady, because that was the wordplay I was going for when I created him. I apologize for that endless struggle, but what's this now? Negotiations succeeded. Other rulers have started a war. Oh, wow. This escalated real fast. Good to know. Curious who comes out on top, and this is a golden opportunity then for us to rush over. I'm very certain those guys are situated here, so I hope I can get there quickly enough. Let's move you over. Let's go. Let's move you as quickly as possible as well. Hurry now. Wonder if putting roads down everywhere would have been a bit beneficial here, but hey, it is what it is. Pick this up, 68 gold, won't complain about that. And now let's head on up to the underground passage to explore what else there is to explore. Yeah, sounds good to me. Up over here. Outpost up there. So they've actually secured some territory there. Beaten us to the punch. Eventually we'll take it for ourselves, but we'll let that happen later. Let's keep moving. I'm glad we spotted this. They are building up some fortifications there, though it looks like it's gone up from 55 to 60, if I recall correctly. But hey, just scouting right now, learning where our enemies rest, learning what, weaknesses they might have. End the turn there. Going past turns relatively quickly right now. And you know what? There's the pyreborn hunt that we need to be doing as well. So where is that situation? Oh, there we go. All right, very well. We'll take care of it on our way over. We might have to pull back to heal our troops up, but there is... Oh, man. There's an Empire skill somewhere up over here that allows you to heal even when you're in hostile territory, but it's all the way up there, so it'll be 376 turns before we can get to it, unless, of course, we, get some more shadow affinity, so that's not going to happen anytime soon. Very well, very well. What do we have here? Negotiations succeeded. A pact of cooperation with the... Raging Rodents of Slampit. I just love that name so much. Raging Rodents of Slampit. Good news. 6 turns for the Pact of Loyalty. I'm not going to boost the allegiance here because it's running a little tight. We're fine. I think we've secured our position with these guys. I think we're okay there. But back to the surface. What's the deal with Neeson? 4 turns. Right. Simple math. I should have known that from last turn. Down over here. Let's head over to the underground passage and see what's actually going on down there. What do we have here? Cursed Arrows. When annexed, it provides quite a bit of knowledge, but it's a silver ancient wonder, so it would be harder to take on. And actually, capturing it hands out knowledge as a guaranteed reward as well. +2 mana and +2 knowledge and +1 soul, if obtainable, for each hero in Crypt. Oh, this is an interesting one. It adds the corrupt soul unit to the Rally of Lieges as well. Ooh, this is a really interesting one. A sinister necropolis crafted by the ancient Shadrai. Its tunnels and burial chambers seem to expand, almost as if they are alive and seek to accommodate any new inhabitants throughout the ages. This tomb doesn't merely hunger for the bodies of the dead. It yearns to feast upon their very souls. I like it. Like it a lot. We also have a gold vein here. I could expand in the underground. We're not very well suited for it necessarily, but it is an option. We'll explore this region a bit more first and make a decision, because it might be extremely small and not worth expanding into, unless, of course, we secure the ability to excavate, and then we're able to, dig around a little bit. As you can see, there are some diggable spots already, but I'm not in a rush to do underground expansion, truth be told. I've played a few runs with underground expansion as a primary focus already, so I'm not, particularly tempted by that or anything right now. How quickly can you move? How far can you go? Just up to there? Alright, fine. Go ahead and do that. You can get up to here, sure. Let's move up. I'm trying to get there as quickly as possible, but hang on a second. What are these guys doing? They're just trespassing right on through. I hope they're not trying anything too clever over here. That is scary, though. That's 2 full stacks. Slightly damaged, but, 2 full stacks. Am I underestimating my enemy here? Military ranking is 7 out of 7 versus our 2 out of 7, but don't forget, one of our full stacks is gallivanting across the seas, right? So, maybe I should just be a little bit more careful there. Oh, what's life without risks? Ooh, we got a pickup over here. Make our way over. No surprise that it's guarded. Quite a few, actually. Oh, this should be easy enough to take on. Hopefully. Oh, hello. Seeds of Doubt. A tortured-looking entwined thrall and its minions gape at your army. Wordless, the vacant beings shuffle towards you. Okay, we're familiar with this actually. And you know what? Once more, we will discover how to carefully harvest their vines and allow them to leave afterwards. Again, I feel like it's most fitting for our faction. Let's go for it. Spore pit is very close to growing once more. And up over here, what do we have? A large pickup. 75 gold and 67 production. Don't mind that at all. Let's keep exploring up over here. Maybe I should send a scout out over here instead. I didn't realize just how much water there would be given the geography trait we picked for our realm, but here we are. Thorn can annex another province. Let's go ahead and secure the farm up over here, right? That'll allow us to grow a bit more quickly moving forward, and then we can get the gold down over here, because we're still doing okay for the time being. So let's get this farm built, and then this gold, and then the research post over here, so that we can prepare to secure the desecrated temple before somebody else does. I think we need to get a move on that front, actually, pretty soon. Poison blades have been secured. Go ahead and select a new bit of research here. Animal kinship. Make the target race more bestial and connected to animals. When adjacent to a friendly animal or cavalry unit, they are granted plus 10% damage, plus 10% critical hit chance. Not bad. Maybe let's secure the wild speaker. Gives us a decent poison blast, allows us to conjure animals, and then we have unleash the beast as an option as well for targeted friendly animals. Yeah, sure. Let's go chasing after the wild speaker. That sounds good to me. Otherwise, again, I could queue up some spells. Poison Blades is 19 mana. I just wonder about the availability of mana when we actually get into battle, you know? Let's get the Poison Blades going. Let's get them going so we can get them, you know, going on our troops and taking advantage of our faction's unique capabilities, or story at the very least. Alright, that's another turn done. Moving pretty quickly here. 19 turns to take care of the pyreborn hunt. That'll be soon enough. We're like, what, 2-3 turns away from it at most, I imagine? So we should be okay. Really curious what Carissa's up to over here. Thunderwell continues to grow as well. We'll keep an eye out for that. And Spore Pit has built its Town Hall upgrade. Good stuff. In one turn, we'll be able to expand into the Crawler's Nest and generate much more mana, so that'll be good. Separately, though, what else do we want to build over here? Stone walls, stone mason. Let's get that tavern built, I think, right? Just to balance things out, because just like having negative stability causes us trouble, positive stability actually helps with the production of various resources, as you can see. So it's not just a matter of avoiding the negative stability. There's a reason to actually chase after positive stability too. So let's get that tavern built, and then afterwards we'll chase after the stonemason. That's why we built that second farm after all, right? So let's go ahead and do that. Tempting to just spend the 18 here, but nah, we'll hold off on that for the time being. Another ruler was denounced. That's happened twice now. Hot Toady doesn't have a lot of fans. Oh, it's because of the outpost that was built there, I think. Okay, very well. And what's this one? Acreon has denounced Carissa the Red. Very well. There's a lot of denouncing going on over there. We're just slowly growing our domain, slowly growing our influence, and slowly getting ready to consume everything around us. Pull you guys up. We'll take care of the pyreborn hunt next turn, and we'll keep pushing up this way. Feels good to me. Meanwhile, you, down over here, let's keep exploring. What's going on up over here? Yeah, see, this will probably be dead ends all around unless we decide to excavate. Probably. Meanwhile, up over here, I think I'm going to push up one more time. Just to see what's going on. And then maybe pull back. Ritual Pyre. Huh. And Crystal Thicket up over here. Bronze Ancient Wonder. Powerful astral currents converge at this location. Oh, this is similar to the forest down over here, the Lucid Forest. Alright, very well. Very well, very well. Yeah, I'm tempted to pull back only to have these guys assist us in whatever might come against Acreon the Endless. But, you know, leaders do whatever they want to do. They go gallivanting across the seas to explore other opportunities, I suppose. But I think it's about time we dive into a battle down over here against the Pyreborn. It'd be an interesting one. Separately, though, before I do that, I just want to see Neeson's situation. Pact to vassalage in 2 turns. That'll be good. And what about Slam Pit? Where you at, buddy? Somewhere over here. There we go. These guys, 4 turns. Pact of loyalty. Very well. Looking pretty good so far. Looking pretty good. Message received. What do we have? I've been pondering the many allies and enemies I have in this realm. I am glad that you seem to be one of the former. Let us try to bring our empires closer. Larissa is ready to discuss another treaty or diplomatic state. I think this is because we declined the wizard's bond and the cooldown on diplomatic conversations has ended, and this is just letting us know that if we wanted to, we could have that conversation now. Not interested. Thank you very much. What do we have over here? Spore Pit can annex another province. Let's go ahead and secure the Crawler's Nest. This should generate a decent bit of mana, so we're plus 18 per turn. With this secured, we're plus 31. That's no joke. That is no joke, and the coast is now secured up there. We might eventually want to secure this as well, get another quarry in there, further boost our mana generation from the Crawler's Nest, but I feel pretty good about finally having secured this. We've worked towards that for so long, so it's nice to finally have it. Let's go ahead and move this army first. Yeah, let's keep pushing. Let's keep exploring up over here. Looks like it's just going to kind of loop back, so let's pull back at this point. We might come across some marauders as we go through the fog of war over here, but we'll pull back at this point and prepare for some aggressive actions, perhaps, maybe as we push through this gap over here, if it's still got a gap, and see what's happening amidst the forest there. There's a watchtower up there. I thought there was a watchtower down here as well. All right, just got to keep an eye out for those. And separately, who else needs moving? These two, and I thought we already moved our scout down here. We did not this turn. Pull you down to here, probably a dead end. It's so tempting to get excavation just to explore more. I might not be able to resist that temptation, truth be told, but hey, let's get to this fight over here, shall we? What do you got? We should be fine here. We should be fine. Pull you in from here. Pull you up to there so you're just a little bit further along, and yeah, safe battle, but it's a quest battle, so I say we fight it. To the battlefield we go. Gotta have at least one battle per episode, right, if the opportunity presents itself. Plus, again, I want to get myself familiarized with these units as best as possible before a full-fledged war actually breaks out, right? So down over here we have our young caustic worm and our dread spider hatchling. All right, good stuff. Up over here is our caustic worm and our plague serpent. The big new ones I'm trying to get familiar with. Let's get you moving up to flank, I guess, and we can use our crossbow to get the ricocheting and causing some damage while also flanking. You can move up this way, just getting an eye for positioning, perhaps. Yeah, sure, let's move you up to there. Get you in a guard mode and, you know, defend everyone around you, obviously. These guys up here, and don't forget, we have our... in fact, you can see the visual augmentation now. We have our poison arrows, and so you've got the really nice VFX there, actually. I'm glad to see that visual representation of our magic actually being active. That's quite nice. And on that note, actually, I should mention, I'm going to try to not use magic this battle because our mana is lower than I would like it to be, truth be told. Do we have reach over here? We do not. Next turn, we'll definitely have it, though. All right, cool. You, my good friend, let's move you up to there. Let's go. Let's get you, Baba the Boar, coming up this way. Again, there's not much room for these guys to move through there, so hopefully they'll decide to come around this way, and Baba will be able to come around this side. Push up. Meanwhile, now you are able to charge, so don't want to get too close, because these guys are all melee. So let's just roll up to here, right? Get obscured. Oh, hello. That's cool. Let's do that. Let's get you facing the right way. And what I'm hoping for is... these guys will charge in, and then I'll be able to counter-charge, basically, and get that extra damage for the first hit. Separately, you guys, let's get you positioned down over here. Let's get the Red Spider Hatchling moving in as aggressively as possible. The young Caustic Worm can make its way up to... well, you've got the charge as well, so let's not get too far ahead of ourselves, right? Let's move you up to maybe there. Get the Entwined Thrall up to here. Get you up to there. These guys should be up front, but hey, it's fine. It's fine. Let's get you up to there. End our turn there and see what the AI gets up to, right? Just get everyone into defense mode over here. I keep saying guard mode. I mean defense mode. There you go. These guys are rolling up. Not nearly enough, though. Not nearly enough. Okay, fair enough. That's what I get. I deserve that. I deserve that. Should be able to get some decent work done there. Small chance of bleeding. Can I actually... if I move up... need to move up to there to get the Sunder defense happening. Avoid melee until necessary, I suppose. Here, let's try this. Let's get you up to there. Sunder the defenses. If we're lucky, we'll poison them as well. Nice! Wow, that actually worked out really nicely. Wasn't expecting that. We could get you up here to melee. Probably not a terrible idea. Buddy, from back over here, you can't get close enough, unfortunately. Alright, let's roll you up to melee. And then what we'll do is we'll use our other Sunderers to maybe soften up the razorback over there. And then Baba can come through with the ricocheting crossbow and hit a few people with Sunder defenses. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Let's move you up to here. Sure. Go ahead and pop this up there. It's not going to do a lot of damage, but we can hope for the Sunder defenses. And perhaps poison. Damn it. Ah, well. It's worth a shot. Worth a shot. Baba, I roll you up to there. Should be able to flank. Might get hit with range fire from the razorback, but that's okay. Baba will be fine. Pull you up to there. Let's go. Shoot crossbow. Not flanking, but go for it. Good damage. Great damage, actually. Move you up to here to hopefully distract the enemy, if nothing else. And now we got all these boys down over here. What to do with you? You're able to get into melee and almost kill these guys off. Almost. Why don't we go ahead and pop some shots first? We go into melee. Or let's try the poison needle instead. 30% chance to hit. Let's get a little bit closer. Let's get you up to there. Pop the poison needle. Let's go. Good damage. Alright, excellent. Now these guys are already poisoned. How much damage are you taking per turn? 8 blight damage per turn. They should eliminate themselves, so to speak. Let's get you rolling up to here. Hit these guys. Try and poison them. Good stuff. Poisoned. Excellent. Can you reach? You can. Can you reach? Ooh, you can. We get that charge in there as well, which I quite like. So, yeah, let's go for it. Charge on in. It doesn't feel like a charge, but they're charging. There's the tremendous amount of damage there. Good stuff. Good stuff. Cancel the retaliation as well, right? So if we do go into melee with somebody else, they'll be done for. 8 damage. It's not enough to finish them off. These spiders. Oh, let's move you closer at least. Maybe they can come around the side there. You can't get in there for a melee anymore. So let's pull you up to here so they can at least pop their shield wall and protect some of these guys, right? Could have maybe come up to there and help these guys out, but hey, it's fine. Pull you up to where? Here? All right, we'll see how that plays out. Because I need to make room for this guy to push through, I think, still. But we're looking good. Yeah, we're looking good. We're feeling good. End our turn there. See what the AI gets up to. Yeah, that distraction worked out very nicely. But Buddy's gonna charge up against Baba the Boar. It's fine, it's fine. Retaliate? No, we can't. We're not melee. Here we can retaliate though, right? Oh, damn it, they canceled the retaliation. That's okay, we're okay. Down goes that unit. This unit loses an entity as well, so that's worked out quite nicely. Baba cannot do anything here because you're engaged in melee. I could hit you. I wonder. Yeah, sure. Let's send you in there, I guess. Avoid the quill hide there, because why not? Trying to build good habits. Got the disease there. There's a retaliation, unfortunately, but a bit more damage done. Good stuff. Good stuff. We could still quick stab up over here. It doesn't do all that much, so I'm trying to avoid that if I can. We get the, Pop this over here. Or roll up over there instead. Try to eliminate that thing. Now let's move you up to here. Let's see what we can do. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. That is a lot of damage. Good stuff. Holy crap. Now the quick stab can actually finish them off, so that's good. Down over here. Could do that. These guys will be killed by literally anybody. Let's go ahead and pop the shot over here. Good stuff. And you, can you get your charge in now? Yes, you can. Alright, let's finish this thing off. Yeah, go for it. Beautiful. Didn't get a chance to hit back or anything. Good stuff, good stuff. Down over here, let's get these spider hatchlings to finish you off. Beautiful. And all we have left is this. That's going to be done with a quick stab. Get her done. Beauty. You know what? Very smooth battle. Now, it was a safe battle, yes, but still, just making sure I'm as familiar with these troops as can be. We've got some units upgrading as well, so that's good to see, and looks like Baba the Boar has leveled up too. Beautiful. The pyreborn hunt. Aftermath. After slaying the pyreborn razorback, you hear the distant horns of Neeson. The hunt is over. It is not long before Guildmistress Gerika Rodblock approaches you. She bows deeply. The pyreborn razorback is slain. May the great hunter Gurgle usher in glory to our great Neeson. The minstrels in Gerika Rodblock's entourage sing a short ballad of triumph. The hunters gather every animal killed in the hunt, forming a respectable mountain of game. You outmatch us, Gerika Rodblock declares. As the slayer of our venerable quarry, you are the first to claim your prize. Now, that is a huge boost to our relations with them. I don't think we needed it, but hey, nice to have. And separately, I can claim all the meat that we collected today. Ooh. Speeding up the growth of Spore Pit again, very much in keeping with our faction. We can say you may keep the meat, but I will take the pelts. Ah, man, that's having more gold never hurts, but I don't think it's very fitting for our faction, so I might have to say no to that. Allow me to enlist one of your formidable halberdier hunters. Ooh. Again, the idea of assimilation, the idea of, as some of you rightfully caught on, something I've been kind of leaning into, is the fungus cordyceps, which many are now a lot more familiar with thanks to The Last of Us, but, ignoring The Last of Us's narrative with the cordyceps are very much capable of zombifying ants. It's a very real thing. It's not fantastical. It's a specific subset of cordyceps, and I forget the prefix that gets attached to cordyceps when referring to it. But anyway, that's kind of what I've been leaning towards when I've been mentioning all this assimilation, all this taking control of others, and I see now some of you are kind of picking up on that in the comments, so that brought a smile to my face, and I just wanted to mention it since this reminded me of that. Now, the hulking artisans, melee strike of 14, they are bolstering, so when hit by a melee or physical ranged attack, they get bolstered defense. It's not bad. Bolstered resistance when hit by a magic attack as well. Ooh, kind of cool, actually. Mounting the head of the Razorback shall symbolize my Empire supremacy. Don't think I care so much for gathering Imperium. I'm torn between the meat for growth or the subjugation of this halberdier. Now, the two armies we have here, one is with an empty slot, so you know what? Allow me to enlist one of your formidable halberdier hunters. Enlist, in air quotes. I think that's cool. I think that's a good evolution of our story. Now, you're obviously all the way back at Spore Pit. Long way to go, unfortunately. 5 turns worth of movement, but hey, we'll make that movement. We'll make that move. Let's go. You guys are able to move still. You're able to move still as well. Yeah, let's keep creeping. How far can you get, actually? Not very. Don't want to split too far apart. There's another underground passage here as well. There's a watchtower up there and the one down here. So if we can secure those, we might actually be able to see our next target. Separately, though, Baba here has leveled up. Archery 1, plus 10% damage, plus 10% accuracy. Not bad, not bad. Otherwise, what do we have? Primal Mark. First melee attack that hits in the battle deals an additional... Well, that's melee only. Channel Power, Lightning Evoker, Magecraft Resistance. Again, I'm naturally going towards support here. Restore is nice. Restore is always nice. Inspiring Leader. Right, I didn't realize... No, hang on a second. I mistook that for the other option, which you must have. Experienced Leader, yes. That's what I mistook Inspiring Leader for. Strength Training gives all of our units plus 10% damage. All non-hero units, I should say, get plus 10% damage. Kind of leaning towards that. You know what? Yeah, let's go with strength training here. Sure. Confirm that. Trying not to develop both of our heroes down similar paths, but kind of seem to be leaning towards that. Just because support seems to be most fitting for our faction. Poison Blades is ready, so I could probably pull the trigger on that right now. No reason to wait, right? I think it's a good call. I mean, it's the upkeep cost, I guess that's the concern. Let's hold off on it for the time being. Until we need to dive into a battle, let's hold off on it. Let's go ahead and hit the end turn button there then, and yeah, see what other wars get declared and what other, measuring contests start, I suppose. Because, yeah, every turn we're seeing some kind of denouncement or another. Very curious to see how all that develops and how the ongoing war actually develops too. We have no vision, unfortunately. Eventually we will. Eventually, I would like to secure all-seeing. 3 cities with the Whispering Stone assigned instantly provide you with vision range. 3 cities or vassals with the Whispering Stone grant you plus 10 knowledge. In fact, you know what? Why don't we secure this right now? Yeah, let's get all-seeing. We have plenty of Imperium stocked up. I think it's a good call for us. And that should actually give us vision over here, allowing us to see Stoneforge. That is not their throne city. It's just an additional city. And what is that you're rocking there? Damn. Got some gargoyles. Got some steel shapers. Okay, alright. Got some arbalists as well. Okay. A little concerned about the strength of Hot Toady here. Ho ho ho, military ranking 2 out of 7. That means they've displaced me. I'm now 4 out of 7. Hang on a second. Acreon, you're still 7 out of 7. Okay. A little concerned about that. A little concerned about having seen this now. Looks like we have more to explore over here, but that looks similar coloration as Hot Toady up there. Separately, what have these guys revealed to me? Nothing much. We've already basically explored this entire area. And what about Slam Pit? What have you revealed to me? A golden gate up there. Wow, provides a fair bit of gold, actually. A gold tier ancient wonder, though. The Archon civilization raised these monolithic structures at great cost. Scholars speculate they were once... oh, you know what? We've read one of these before already, so I'm not going to bore you with a reread, but... Scorched Forge. That's new. Silver tier. Provides draft and gold. A truly grandiose forge that draws its heat directly from the blazing depths of the world. Legends tell of titans once utilizing these great tools for their grand designs, and that the firstborn dwarves may have emerged from these primordial sites. Well, that's cool. I love discovering the lore of the world like that. But anyway, let's get these guys moving still in this general direction. Let's go. And let's continue to explore as well. Let's push you this way. And let's push you... Where is that watchtower that I thought was up over here? Or was I mistaken? Could have sworn there was a watchtower up over here. Maybe I was mistaken. Very well. Let's keep you creeping up this way, though. See whatever we can see. Really hoping to find Acreon over there, but maybe I was mistaken. Buddy, that's as far as you can go in that direction, so we're fine. Down over here, keep scouting. Yeah, I might need to get excavation if I actually want to explore down here. Alright, we'll do that next turn. Up over here, let's start pulling you back, buddy. Let's see if we can't find something else of interest as we make our way back, but there's no point exploring further and further this way. If anything, I might push through here just so we're closer to our other armies if we decide to declare war on Hot Toady. Don't have the justification still, but, you know, maybe we'll just declare an unjustified war if need be. Wild Speaker has been unlocked. Excellent. As we select our new research, though, we'll be selecting a new tome. Now, this is where things start to get a bit more curious. We can now pick a tier 2 tome. So we have the Tome of Amplification, the Tome of Scrying. We have a Tome of Mayhem, which lines up with our Chaos affinity. The Tome of Revelry also lines up with Chaos. We have the Tome of Winds, the Tome of Artificing. We have the Tome of Fertility, lines up with our Nature affinity. It very much feels along the lines of growth related, right? Fertility and growth kind of go hand in hand, which, Temple of Fertility. City structure gives +1 food per population, +1 draft per population too. This one kind of feels in line with what we'd want. Restore the land, adds grasslands feature to target friendly province, works on desolate terrain, turns into fungus fields underground, doesn't work on mountains or ice terrain. Damn, I was hoping it would help us replace the ice. Blossom of Life, friendly units gain 3 regeneration. That's kind of big actually. And we can summon nymphs. Poison blast of 20. Okay, you know what? Tome of Fertility is feeling very in line with our faction right now. But let's see more. I mean, this one literally has like fungus on it. Tome of Glades. Glade Runner. Alright. Shoot Bow gives a bit of poison damage out there. Tracker's Mark as well. Very well, very well. We've got Create Forest, adds forest feature to targeted places, doesn't work on mountains, desolate, or ice terrain. Leaf Skin makes the target race one with the forest, granting them Forest Walk and Forest Camouflage. Alright. We've got the Summon Entwined Protector. These guys seem pretty baller. Healing Sap over here is nice as well. And there's the Aspect of the Root. Allows units to heal themselves in battle. Between the two of these, Tome of Fertility feels a lot more in keeping actually with our... despite the visual here literally having mushrooms, Tome of Fertility seems more in line with our growth target. So there's that. Tome of the Inquisition is kind of cool in name. Tome of the Beacon. Tome of the Doom Herald. Oh, isn't that nice? We are the scions of evil after all. We are the Doom Herald, arguably. This would give us cruel weaponry. Oh man, it would give us Joy Siphoners as well, makes the target race become living moral siphons. Their attacks steal 3 morale per hit. It would allow us to summon a Banshee, does a completely different kind of damage. It's a different kind of unit entirely. There's a Prelude of Doom. Target enemy army gains 2 demoralized for 1 turn. That can be extremely game-changing in a clutch battle or during a major war. Cause despair. Enemies in a 1 hex radius have a base 90% chance of losing 15 morale. Also potentially, tide turning as far as the battle's concerned. We have the Tome of Necromancy. Now, I guess it's time to reveal the card that I've had up my sleeve. Necromancy is something I've been leaning towards because in my head, again, with the whole cordyceps thing, the zombification of other beings is kind of on my mind, including the reanimation of the dead. Not in maybe a traditional necromantic sense, but in a sense of that the vines grow through them and they're animated, not necessarily brought back to unlife or whatever you want to call it, but they are animated dead. So I've been leaning towards the Tome of Necromancy quite a bit. This would give us Restore Undead, restores 20 hit points of all undead units in target-friendly army. Not useful right now, but it might become useful down the line. Rotting Explosion, target-friendly zombie explodes, dealing 15 frost damage, 15 blight damage, and applying decaying with a base 90% chance to enemy units in a 2 hex radius. So that's very much in keeping of our, theme. Raise zombies, I already explained how that's in keeping with our theme. Necrotic Magic gives us a chance to inflict decaying. Again, growth and decay are 2 faces of the same coin, so to speak. Very Nurgle-ish of me to say, I suppose. And then we have, of course, the Necromancer themselves, who, in our twisted way, does a different kind of magic to raise and strengthen the undead, right? We would thematically imagine it more appropriate for ourselves in our headcanon. But these guys lean more towards our Shadow Affinity, which would help us kind of move in a slightly different direction. But it's been on my mind since the beginning of this campaign, so it's up there as far as potential picks. And then we're back to the Tome of Amplification, Scrying, so on and so forth. So this is an interesting junction, because do we go for something like the Tome of Necromancy, or do we go in for the Tome of Fertility? Both are in different ways in keeping with our faction. I think Tome of Fertility is more in line with what we've already been doing. Tome of Necromancy is in line with what I was planning on kind of shifting into. I could definitely go either way, and you know what? I would absolutely love to hear your thoughts in the comments, folks. Which way do you think we should go with regards to our next tome? And which way do you think makes the most sense? Now, as I say, folks, I read each and every comment, so I will be looking through the comments to see how people are feeling one way or another. And I could really go either way. I could see justification from a faction and story perspective for either. So I'm open to all suggestions. At the end of the day, I'll make the call, of course, but I'd love to hear your thoughts and your justifications for one decision or the other. Now, there's a lot more to do this turn, of course. There's a lot of stuff to check out and explore, but with the question of what tome should come next, let's go ahead and call it a session. I suppose we could call that a semi-cliffhanger of sorts, but I'm curious to hear your opinion. And folks, apart from that, if you have been enjoying this series so far, if you would like to see it continue, please don't hesitate to leave a like and a comment apart from your thoughts on our next tome as well, if you would like. But yes, it does make a very big difference in letting me know what people are enjoying on the channel. And again, folks, if you've been enjoying this series and you haven't yet subscribed, maybe consider subscribing as well. But with that said, though, let's go ahead and call it a session here, folks. As always, a massive thanks goes out to all of the channel members and patrons who've been supporting the channel on a monthly basis. Y'all keep us alive and running smoothly. And of course, a big old thanks goes out to each and every one of you for watching. Until next time, cheers.